by Lisa Beth Kovets, Act 1, Scene 1. Eddie and the director sit opposite each other in folding chairs. There is a table. On the table is a laptop.
Vengeance.
You think?
I'm sure.
Okay, vengeance doesn't flow from me.
Vengeance floats. Floats good.
Now, do you want our guy to blow away 10 random people? How is that vengeance?
Vengeance for the pain inside. If I am in hell, everyone who is not, they have to die.
Vengeance is your motive for killing innocent people?
Yes.
No. That does not flow from me, Eddie. Can you rework it to be like, protection?
Why'd you buy my script?
Eddie, the guy, the kid,
This kid is 17.
Okay, yeah, the technically still a kid is starting to smell a little evil around the edges.
He's not evil. He's driven. You said in the very first meeting, you said this guy, this kid, our hero, is driven to do terrible, exciting things because he has to do that. You know, to keep the world running clean.
Yeah. Terrible, exciting things. I agreed with you in principle, on paper, about the terrible, exciting things that drive the character. But now that we've shot it, now that we see it, the little dude's reading evil. He's the hero. He's the lead. He is us. And evil don't float for us, Eddie. Evil doesn't rise up to a higher level. It just doesn't. It's heavy. It sinks your guy. Eddie, seriously. In this read, your guy is not heroic. And also, Eddie, I like it to rain.
Why?
Well, if there's rain, the blood will run.
The script you bought, the script that you loved so much it had no rain.
Well, I think it'll be visually interesting to see blood run.
Yeah, blood is liquid. It runs, it pools, it spreads. Blood moves on its own.
Yeah.
It has its own way of moving.
But also, the whole dining room family scene, page 53. No, it's too blah, 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 blah. And the vengeful older brother subplot? What? No. Live with it, Eddie. Move on. You know, what if we just take the same basic action, but, scary, bigger, a lot of death? Like, what if the whole scene takes place in a...
post office, restaurant, shopping mall, dining room.
A dining room doofus. Did I not just say I hate the dining room? Did I not just say bigger?
Sorry. You did say kill the dining room. I've got family things going on, no sleep, stress, exhaustion. That is a bitch of a cocktail, let me tell you. You did just say kill the dining room. Wow. My hallucinations have mated with my reality, and their inbred offspring live only to confuse me again. Sorry. But in my defense, Mr. Tiny Dick, I just assumed that due to your pathetic microphallus that the whole sense of proportion is tragically off the norm. When you said big, you meant mall? Shopping mall? Like lights and sounds and shopping?
I can't afford to lock down a whole suburban mall, Eddie.
Yes, but we could go back to Walmart. Our contract's on that location called for 3 days. We only shot for 2. Get back that one day, and I will write you a bloodbath in a single location that's as big as a shopping mall. Can you get back that one day?
Yeah. Yes. Good. Right. Well, shit, well done, Eddie. I can get you back that one day, and you'll kill the vengeance, run me a scene with protection as the motive.
What if I say no?
We'll find another writer.
I thought we were partners on this.
Yeah, my mouth said partners. Your contract says the producers and I can hire additional writers as needed in our discretion.
You are a pus-filled pimple. How can you do this to me?
Eddie, you sold me your story. I have the right to replace you in it.
I hope you burst into flames. I hope you get male pattern baldness that spells the 666 on your forehead just so everybody knows exactly who you are when they see you. I hope that every erection you have from here on out also gives you diarrhea. And vice versa.
Okay, yeah, you are the Maleficent of the porn universe.
Yeah, well, henceforth, all of my vilest characters will bear your name.
Yeah, and I am okay with that as long as this film makes money. And it's not going to make any money if my lead smells evil. And I need protection and no vengeful older brother. And Eddie, I have paid and rented for a rain machine, and therefore, it will rain.
Money, rain. How much are you paying me for the rewrite?
What? I thought this was your story, your art, your baby.
It was my baby. Now, my baby worked. Now it's your baby.
Okay, yeah. You're right. These are my problems. I will just hire somebody else to fix them.
Do it. You're still going to have to pay that other writer something.
Yeah, but at least the other writer won't be an asshole.
You know that, huh? Do you have an app on your phone that you can just wave in front of someone and it will tell you how much of an asshole they are?
Yeah, the dickometer. If you could make that, I could sell it.
Okay, so this gracious fictional writer that you find, let's call him Not a Dick. Okay, Not a Dick gets in sometime tomorrow, and he looks at what you shot. That day's gone. Now, maybe Not a Dick is truly inspired, but still, they're not magic. It takes him or her a day to write the changes. You know, tick-tock, 48 hours, gone. And everyone loves a production delay. I mean, it gives the actors time to start fucking each other in their trailers, and everybody loves that. And so, with 2 shooting days lost, that white hot beam of happiness is going to shine directly on you and not on me. Because I'm fired. So I don't know. Yeah, bringing in a writer actually sounds like a great idea to me.
Fuck! Fine, but $500. Right? My first and final offer.
Done. I actually really like him. Okay. Here we go. Internal shopping mall day. Focus on a 16-year-old girl. Random girl buying socks. No. Getting her ear. Her eyebrow pierced.
Eddie stops typing, but the sound of computer keys clicking continues.
12 hours to save the world. Tick-tock. Eddie really needs a clock.
Lights go down. Lights come up. Same location. Eddie's chair is empty.
Eddie, hey! Are you here?
Eddie peeks out from under the table. He has a water gun and starts to shoot the director.
Hey!
Must
What
destroy.
are you doing?
Danger,
Stop!
danger.
Hey! Cut it out! Cut it
The
out!
water gun out of Eddie's hand.
Jesus Christ! What is wrong with you? Why did you be such an asshole, Eddie?
I feel lucky to just be an asshole.
God. Okay. Listen. So they love the mall, but they got a few minor changes.
Who's they?
So listen, keep the new ear-piercing girl, but make it her belly button, and okay, Eddie, don't get crazy when I say this, but
Oh God.
cut any character we have not already met other than the ear-piercing girl.
Why are their deaths too random, too ugly?
Too expensive.
Since when?
Well, since this morning when they fired any actor who didn't have a set number of days in their contract. So here's a list of characters that have to go.
Whoa. But Robert is on the list. The Robert character is important to the story.
Yes, but the Robert actor has used up all the days on his contract, and he wants a ton of money to extend. So all of Robert's scenes have to go to someone we can afford.
Okay, but the script that you loved and then murdered was a beautifully crafted opera of revenge, and now you're changing it like this, and it's going to turn into an unspecified blob of murdered people. You know, I had this whole Cain and Abel and Adam thing going on. Nobody ever talks about Adam.
What? No. I just said no additional characters. No Adams, no Roberts, no additional anyone.
No, Adam, father of Cain and Abel. Literally murder one.
That's the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay, no. God. Not religious. Bigger problems. Bankers are on the set, Eddie. They're chewing at me like locusts. Just save me, Eddie, please. Just save me.
Okay, I want to, but I need time to think it through, okay? I need time if it's going to mean something.
It's a cheap horror movie, Eddie.
It's my cheap horror movie, and I will fix it for free. But I need the time back. Give me the time back and I can fix it. I will make it all right. I just need 1 week.
No, ask me for gold. Beg me for pieces of silver. You don't listen. And when you do, you only hear what you want to hear. I got no more time. And you know what, Eddie? I'll just make the changes myself. You and me, we're done. All right? So take your funky 10-year-old off-brand laptop and just go, shut.
he liked my work. I could have saved him, but he fired me. And you don't need to see that. Because it's done. It's over. No more cameras. It's just you and me and the words. Screw the set. I need the lights though, so don't please turn this off. Forget the costumes, perfect furniture. Let's just do this thing. Right here. A few chairs, desk in the back, and words. You like that? Got a nod from you, but otherwise, please don't answer. No, that'd be weird. This chair I'm sitting in, though, it's not a chair anymore. It's a taxi. And I am in the back of this taxi headed back to my cheap motel because I was kicked off the set. And guess what? You, I could make you watch us do nothing up here. Just sit here, do nothing. Okay, my body is physically incapable of doing nothing, so I'm gonna just keep right on going. I'm fired! I don't have a chance to save the show anymore, but I'm still running and rerunning all of these images of the mall. And what if I could make this Robert character just disappear? Like, that would change everything. How could I get so close to making it all make sense just to be murdered by bankers? You have to understand, I have done terrible things. Terrible, terrible things. But I was so close to turning them into terrible, exciting something. I was millimeters away from making a terrible, beautiful story out of the terrible, terrible things that I have done.
Eddie is joined on stage by Robert and Misty. The actors are adults playing children. Eddie and Robert have toy guns. Misty plays with a doll.
Come on, doofus, let's make some mistakes.
Eddie Ramsey, I'm 14 years old. Robert Ramsey, 12 and a half. Misty, I think, was 6. Me and my brother, we have square boys' names, but Misty got a groovy name, Misty. I think our parents started smoking more weed after me and him were born.
Eddie turns to Robert and shoots him with the toy gun.
Hey, you're dead.
Oh, no, you're dead.
No way.
Wait, I shot you right in the chest, so lie down and
You
die.
missed me by like at least 10,000 miles. So you weren't even in the same universe as my chest.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not dead.
Eddie points his gun at Robert and pulls the trigger.
Bang.
Now you're totally dead.
I'm not.
Or so.
Eddie and Robert start wrestling and punching each other until they smash into Misty.
Hey, no fair!
Hey, see what you made me do?
You make you do anything, doofus. Double mega doofus.
Robert puts his hand around Eddie's neck and chokes.
Robbie, you're too... Robbie, hey, I can't... Whew, okay, that was a nothing day. Nothing actually happened on that day. I mean, except for this thing right here, where Robbie was choking me. I mean, look at him. His eyes are dead. He wanted me dead. Like really dead. Like really for real dead. Robbie is so close to me that I can see the blue-green of his bruise right here, see, over his eye. That was Dad. That's not the only bruise. He also has another one right here on his thigh, and an even bigger blue, black, green one right in the center of his coccyx. Do you know how to spell coccyx? C-O-C-C-Y-X. My agent. I have an agent now. Thank you, big deal. See, she pointed out that every single story that I have has at least one character fall on their C-O-C-C-Y-X, and she suggested that I change the word to ass bone or buttocks, but the spelling, because the spelling of coccyx is so weird that even if someone knew what the coccyx was, the spelling would screw them up. But whatever. But on this day, what matters is that Robbie and me both have broken bones already in our coccyx, in our clavicles, in our humers, in our ribs, in our phalanges. Phalanges, that's a fun word. That means finger bones. Now, I never told this to Robbie's attorney, but I think I was responsible for at least one of Robbie's broken phalanges, and also maybe some of the damage to his coccyx, which may be why I keep ending up back in this otherwise nothing day, because right now I know that my little brother Robbie has a bitch of a bruise right there in the center of his butt. And I'm about to kick him in it anyway. Oh, here's something weird. No bruises on Misty at all.
Stop it! Robbie, stop!
Robert howls in pain. As Robert howls in pain, a telephone rings and rings and rings.
Hello? Hi. Why? Who is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, then this is Edward Ramsey. No. No, are they nuts? No, what? You can't do this. No, don't do it. Look, people will die. Listen to me. People will die if you do this. No, please.
Lights down. Scene 2, lights up. Eddie alone on stage with a suitcase.
Hey. So, I was coming back to set.
Why am I here?
Oh, no, because I just wanted to tell you that I was wrong and you were right.
Yeah, I'm always right, dipsh. I mean, what I mean is, thanks for saying that. I'm sorry if I was a dick.
But really?
Yes.
Okay. Could you say it again? Please.
I'm sorry if I was a dick.
That makes me happier than it should. And, but, I actually do appreciate your saying it, and maybe I could have been a little different too.
Thanks. Seriously. So, I guess I'll be going now. But hey, I've got a little happy ending buzz going on, so that's nice. Thanks.
Wait, have you had breakfast yet?
I have not, but I got a cab coming. I got to get to the airport.
Okay. Airport. Where are you going?
Florida.
Florida? No, Florida sucks.
Yeah, but I got more family drama than expected. I got to save Tampa from my evil little brother. But hey, thanks for inviting me back. I didn't want to leave a pariah, so I'll see you sometime.
Yeah. No. Hey, listen, Eddie. I should have told you when the producers put a representative from the bank on our set.
Our set.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Last night, these bankers on our set read the script that I wrote to solve all of our problems.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Not good. Not good. But kind of good, because now they've come up with the money to pay the extension on the actor playing Robert.
Wait, Robert's in?
Yeah.
Which means I'm getting another shot at this, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. But nothing you can write can be any way related at all to the Walmart Corporation.
Okay, done. What?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
What else?
Yeah. Listen, Eddie. when I brought your story to the money guys, they all agreed that your script was the movie that we were making, ending and all. And you don't know this about me, but I got two little kids in private school, and with that in mind, I want you to know that I think we should do what the bank wants us to do.
Okay.
Yeah, see, we all know that the Robert character is evil, like evil. And we all want Robert to die in a way that suggests vengeance on the part of the kid, the guy, our hero. And,
That's good news.
Yeah. And that vengeance, we want it to be very cathartic. We all want to feel good when Robert dies, but the kid, the hero, see, they don't want him to actually raise his hand to destroy anything ever, but rather the villain, the bad guy, this evil thing that is Robert, he needs to
what?
we all want him to, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, listen, it's the bank. They want the evil Robert character to, kind of, sort of, trip.
Trip.
Yeah. Okay. Like they said the word trip, but they can't mean trip. Not exactly trip. Trip is a word that they said like it's a bad idea that's holding the place for a good idea. A good idea that we need you to come up with.
Okay, trip. You want him to mess up on his own, like the way the villains die in a
Disney movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So can the hero in some way give the bad guy enough rope to, hang himself?
Yeah.
I told them, I promised them that you would understand.
Okay. Like Adam doesn't punish Cain, but Cain peoples a world full of men and women like himself, and that's punishment enough.
No. This cannot take generations to happen. It has to happen. It has to be bloody, gory, terrible, exciting in 3 pages tops, and it should also be
cathartic.
Cathartic. Yes, and please make it bloody, cathartic, and Eddie, let's see God's hand on it. All right, in 3 pages or less, and no bad words. They want a PG.
P? What?
Yeah.
G?
Yeah.
You want it P? If I could do PG, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sleeping in crappy motels talking to a shit eater like you. And I mean that both artistically and personally.
Eddie.
What? I am not the writer for this.
I know. I agree. But you are the writer who is here. And this is the job at hand. And so you have to find it in yourself to make it happen. We've got 72 hours before they shut us down. And if it ends before we finished, then we've walked this long, hard road and got nothing.
Okay, but the world I know is mean and ugly. I don't know anything about God. I don't know anything about comforting stories. They're just not in me.
No. Find them. They're in there somewhere beneath all that filth. Not all of you is crap.
Uh-huh.
No. I've seen it in you. Just do this thing, Eddie. Find a little bit of grace in you, in the world. And maybe it'll all make sense.
Below me.
If I do, will you rewrite? Seriously, Eddie, I will blow you as best I can in exchange for fixing this.
Okay, no, I don't swing that.
Yeah, I don't either, but I will for this because. Oh God, what the fuck am I doing? This is wrong. I have an assistant.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can. It's just one of the terrible, exciting things that we have to do to keep things going. Yeah, I'll make it seem like she would be doing me not a favor. That'd be gross. Like she'd be a part of it. Like she'd be doing something artistic. I mean, you know what I mean,
Okay,
right?
no, get out of my way.
Hey, don't go. Just please, just stop. I'm not saying that this is a good thing. I'm saying it's a greater good thing. Millions of dollars in jobs of every single person on the set are riding on your scrawny, underdeveloped shoulders. You just need a a moment of pleasure so you can get back to work. You need an explosion of joy, and I'm gonna get it for you. And she could take one for the team. Just to get you back at the top of your game. And she's just like, next door or something. Let's see if we can make it happen.
I don't want a blowjob.
Shh. Mary!
I don't want a blowjob.
No, everyone wants a blowjob.
It's your story now, okay? I'm done. I've got to leave. I'm going to Florida. I got a phone call.
Florida sucks. There's nothing in Florida. Here, we have blowjobs. Lots of them. Mary, can you please come in here? I mean, really, Eddie, how could you not want a blowjob? Everyone wants it, like, all the time.
I do want a blowjob, like, all the time. And I want to be the guy who can sell PG. I want kids to need me to pay for their private schools. I want to be someone that understands that God makes it even in the end. And how much do I want someone to love me and to be someone that people want to touch? But I'm not that, and I will never be that, because earlier today I got a phone call. Hello?
Is this Edward Ramsey?
Why? Who is this?
Collect call for Edward Ramsey from Florida State Juvenile Penitentiary.
Oh, okay then, yeah. Yes, I am Edward Ramsey.
Lights up on Robert.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie. This is Robert. Robert. Hey, can you hear me, Eddie? Listen, hey, they're letting me out on Thursday, like out. It's a test release, something psychotropic parole, but Eddie, can you come down here and meet me?
Are they nuts? No. Why would they do that? No. Are they nuts? No. You cannot do that.
Yeah, to put me on a bus. Can you meet me?
No, don't do it. People will die. Listen. People will die if you do this. Just no.
Lights down on Robert.
Hi. Yes. Is this the Polk County Detention? Yeah, I need the warden's office. Yeah, hello. This is Edward Ramsey, Robert Ramsey's older brother, next of kin, last remaining relative, through no fault of my own. He's case number 48739X7.
Lights up on the ward.
Uh-huh.
You're letting him out?
Yeah, that's right.
He's a murderer.
Well, we've held him for 12 years, 4 months, and 15 days.
He's still a murderer.
He's paid his debt to society.
That's not possible.
We say it is, and due to budget cuts, the state of Florida has chosen to include Robert Ramsey in its new Pillar of Salt parole test program. Are you planning on meeting him on his release date?
No.
Isn't he your brother? Don't you have some responsibility here? Didn't you kick him in his COCCYX on the very same afternoon that those murders took place? Don't you want to see what became of your brother?
No.
You should. You should go down and look him in the eye. Not for him, for you. So you can move past 14 years old, perhaps even grow a pair. You know, maybe if you weren't such a baby Eddie, you would accept a blowjob the second it's offered.
Lights down on the ward.
Hey, Eddie. Have I lost you? I mean, are you even listening to me?
No,
I haven't slept this week.
I gotta go pick up my brother in Florida.
Florida sucks. I mean, do you think producers keep a list of hookers? I'm starting to see where this could be useful.
I want you to know that this is the first good thing that's happened to me in 6 years.
I should really keep a list. Mary!
Are you calling me?
Yes, yeah, Mary. I was calling. I was belling your name down the hallway for like 10 minutes now.
Right. My name is Ellen. But did you need something?
No, I don't. Eddie does.
I don't. I'm leaving.
No, he's staying.
How can I help you, Edward?
See, it's her job to help.
I would be happy to help however I can.
Right. So Eddie, he's tense.
I'm not.
Now he needs some inputs.
I don't.
He needs some inspiration writing the last part of the story, and that's a really tricky part. And I know that you have some ambition in you to be a writer, right?
Oh, actually, I want to be a producer.
Oh, well then this next task is right up your alley. Eddie needs a Eddie needs a muse.
Really?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, he needs someone to keep the, creative juices going. You think you could do that?
Absolutely.
She is a person, a kind person, full of hope, and also full of ambition.
I don't really think I understand, sir.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, evil-wise, this is like a 6, maybe an 8. No, this is an 11. Because I leave with this, and she carries on. I walk away happy, and she carries this with her forever. But, what if she actually wants to blow me? Huh? I mean, what if I'm looking at this all wrong? I mean, like, what if this was actually a good thing? Like, she could make me feel good. She could make me feel powerful, and then I would finish the script, and then I would take her out to dinner, of course, and we'll talk, and we'll form an alliance, and then me and her. Exactly. No, forget about Florida. The rest of my life begins right here. I'm not all of me is crap, and this blowjob is going to bring out the better in me and my story. And she did say she wanted to be a producer.
Got it?
No.
Okay. Production has stopped. And you are the only person on this whole set who can get a role in again. You were the one who was holding us back here. All the power's in your hands, sweetie, so do it fast because I need him to focus. ASAP. Huh?
So, how do we
What?
proceed? Am I a monster? That's fair. What I mean is, what exactly did he ask you to do?
He wants me to.
Get me coffee and other beverages, and look things up when I get stuck, and talk to me.
Oh my! Get the creative juices going. Okay, yeah. I thought that he meant.
Yeah, he did mean that, but I'm not an evil person. I am close, very close, but I am still redeemable.
Oh, I'm so ashamed.
You? No, don't be. You are standing shame adjacent, but none of that shame is yours. Really, Ellen, I think you're lovely, and when this is over, you are exactly the kind of person that I would like to know. And when I'm out on the other side of this mess, Ellen, I hope that you might consider having a cup of coffee with me. Maybe you'll even let me take you to dinner. Let me hold your hand and talk to you about yourself and what you want and what we might want to build together. And if you don't mind, please, late one night, could you gently touch your fingertips against my face?
No, but I'm sure I could find some paper towels or a wet nap. You said you wanted to wash your face.
No, I didn't. I said yes. I wanted to wash. I need to wash my face.
Here, let me see your phone. I'm gonna put in my work number. I'm close, and I'm on call for you if you need anything while you're writing the script.
Really?
But Eddie, I just want to say this clearly. It's a professional thing. We're on the same team. We want the same goals. I'm here to help you achieve them professionally.
Yeah, and maybe we can get coffee when you get back.
No, we won't. Wait.
When I
Wait,
get
where
back.
are you getting back from?
From Florida. I know Florida sucks, right? But
I mean, parts of it are nice.
right. That is so true. And I'll just be there for like one day, and when I get back, I would love to have coffee with you.
No, and I don't think you're hearing the actual words that are coming out of my mouth. But let's just focus on the goal. Make a story work. Scare us. Delight us.
Yeah.
Just make it all make sense.
Yeah, that's all I really want.
Yeah. Then Florida. put your demons to rest. And then, after that, darling, you, me, coffee, maybe even dinner.
Yes. Yes?
So, how'd it go?
Excellent.
Hey, great! Okay, Eddie, the fans, they are in the stands, and they are cheering. PG rating, PG rating, PG rating, yeah, right? The kid some superpowers if we have to. Maybe even just, just finally he frickin' forgives his brother Robert. I don't care, just get him out clean.
Superpowers, are you serious?
Oh, Eddie. You're a piece of shit nut job.
Thanks.
Yeah, you got our kid, the guy, your brother, into serious, horrible danger. Now you got to get him out cleanly in 3 pages tops. That's all we need. Just tell us it was a mistake in the moment. Tell us Cain was jealous of Abel. In that way, my kid can stay in this fancy school, and we live to work another day. Huh?
A mistake in the moment. No. Cain is evil, and God's punishment wasn't enough. So why doesn't Adam kill Cain? He made that monster, and he can't let him live for what he's done.
Hey, get off me, Eddie. Maybe Adam was afraid of God.
Oh, you think? What? You just said that maybe Adam was afraid of God.
No, I said I can get you more Adderall if you want.
Right? Did you? Can you get? No. That last was enough.
Lights down. Scene 3. Lights up. Eddie's laptop sits on the table. Eddie walks around the table, unfolding 5 chairs and placing them around.
Okay.
Eddie sits down and starts typing.
Violent. Cathartic. PG clean. I'm starting. Okay, good. You guys are here. We have work to do.
Robert picks his nose. He pulls out a booger and flicks it.
Okay, don't flick boogers.
Flicked and flicking and flicked again.
Flicked and flicking and flicked again. That's good. I'm using that. Oh no, come on! It's supposed to be working. Robbie, listen to me. Seriously. Hey, seriously, Robbie, this kid, our guy, he's in serious trouble right now. Our kind of trouble, and he is us. And if I saved him here today, in a good, clean way, in a PG way, I could be the PG money-making guy. And if I become the PG money-making go-to guy, then all of my weirdness would be excused. And all of this that happened to us would make sense.
What's in it for me?
Robbie, if you let me do this, I will go to Florida immediately after I hand it in. I will go straight to the airport and I will meet you at your bus. Promise, cross my heart and all that bullshit. I will look at you. I will be there. So that you, just for 1 minute, please just give me some peace and quiet and let me think.
This is me helping do this. Run the story. Maybe we can get it someplace different this time.
Could you just sit down?
No.
Sit down, Robbie.
No.
Sit down, you little shit. Hey, I said sit down. Ah! Right now!
They sit for a moment in silence, then Robert takes a gun with his index finger and thumb. He points it at Eddie. Misty and Robert simultaneously shout,
Bang! Because Robert can't sit down. Not at this moment. Like, he really shouldn't sit down. He cannot sit down. Because back then, really, on that day, his coccyx was broken. Definitely broken by his father, and then maybe just damaged a little bit more by me, his older brother.
Eddie crosses to the laptop and types, speaking as if
chair. Robert screams. Misty flinches. Did I laugh? God, I hope I didn't laugh. What should I say to make it right? I could say...
Oh, something like, so sorry, Father, but I do not think Robert can sit down tonight. It causes him pain. If it disturbs you, perhaps Robert and I will dine on the porch this evening.
Wow. No, that really doesn't work. What if I hit him?
Wait, what? Hit the dad?
Yeah.
One close brush with a power play blowjob assault, and you're ready to hit the dad.
Well, why not? I mean, why didn't I? I'm 14 years old. I'm strong. I mean, yeah, my right hand is swollen from a couple of broken phalanges, but what if I became a lefty? A big, solid left hook right to Dad's face. That would take him down. Maybe it would back him down. Maybe it would back him out the door. Bam! An early left hook, and it rewrites our whole lives. Yeah. This could work. How does this work in the scenes we've already shot? Hey, sit down. Dad screams at Robert.
No.
Sit down, I said.
No.
And what does Mom say?
Really?
Yeah, I've given you this note 1,000 times, Robert. Your mother is a one-dimensional character.
Sit down, you little turd. I said sit down.
No.
The gun. Great. I have triumphed once again. Once again, I define myself as the leader of my world because I can make the children sit down.
That's what you're going with? Really? Oh, no, I mean, if you like it.
Oh, jeez, Misty, always the critic. No, just give it a second. Let it sift through his regional dialect. Something like, you're gonna listen to me, boy, or I'm gonna have to go get my... Yes, exactly. And Robert gets up and he walks out of the room and he crosses to the den and he comes back with Dad's shotgun.
Robert returns with a rifle and points it at Eddie.
Whoa there, fella. Not me. Not me, you're pointing at Dad. And Dad says...
You haven't got the balls to do it.
Okay, no, stop. No, you're pointing it, Robert was pointing a loaded rifle at Dad's head, and then Dad said...
You haven't got the balls to do it.
Yeah. Sears 12 gauge, 2 3/4 shell shotgun, double barrel, $400 new.
It's not the strongest gun in the world by far.
But it's resting on his chest, and a real human being would say...
Please don't shoot me, but real life Dad says...
You haven't got the balls to do it.
Oh, maybe Daddy didn't know that your finger pulls the trigger? I mean, maybe he thought you needed to wrap your testicles around the rifle to make it fire, and if Robbie was in fact a testicle-free boy, then what Dad said wouldn't have made sense, or it would have made sense, but as it is, Dad was being
An asshole, yeah. But don't worry. Robert gets off for killing Dad. They call it self-defense, and what with the broken phalanges, and the clavicle, and the coccyx, and the long term.
Bang.
Just like that. Bam. Pieces of Dad are all over the dining room, and I thought, yes, now we are free.
Robert cocks the gun and points to the chair where their mother was sitting. He fires again.
Bang.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. See, I wasn't looking at Robert when he shot Mom, and Mom kind of got lost as kind of like a footnote in the whole Dad thing. Retribution for her inactivity would be my best guess. She did not save us, and therefore she was just as guilty. And so the jury acquits Robert Ramsey of the murder of Helen Alice Ramsey, his mother, my mother. That's the end of that story.
Robert turns, he cocks the rifle again and points it into the middle of Eddie's chest.
Except for this part.
We never talk about this part.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Maybe this is what we need. This is what I can do. Okay, I can understand. Robert shoots to save us. Protection, noise, and everything changes. You saved us, Robert. Thank you. wrong. Now the third death, if Robbie shoots me, then there's no way around it. Robbie's evil.
Robbie doesn't kill you.
Tell
them why.
The actors are on set in costumes now.
Are you scared?
Of course.
How scared?
So scared.
Did you beg for your life?
Eddie is a minor character in this, and I think we're spending a little too much time
No,
on
tell them how you saved your life, Eddie. Tell them what you did.
I peed myself.
Is that okay for PG, Eddie?
I don't care. I peed myself and it saved my life.
Freak. Bedwetter. It's embarrassing. Eddie peed his pants.
Who cares? I'm not dead, so shut up.
You shut up.
Look, make me.
Eddie peed his pants. Eddie peed his pants.
Don't.
Robert swings around, takes aim at Misty, and fires. The sound is huge and real. Misty crumbles and falls back dead.
Whoa, no. This is not how it happened. This is not what you did.
I know, but what if I could change it?
No, you stood there and you looked at me with pee running down your leg.
Monster?
No, that is not what you said. You stood there and you looked at me, and then I dropped the gun.
It was close to my feet.
Yeah, but Adam doesn't kill Cain.
Well, why doesn't he kill Cain? I mean, the gun is at his feet. He should pick it up. I should pick it up.
Eddie starts to sneeze. He can't breathe. Tara has brought on an asthma attack.
Where's your inhaler, Eddie?
I left it at school.
Here, use mine.
Get away from me!
Robert puts his inhaler to Edward's lips, gives it a puff, and Eddie's asthma recedes.
You had an asthma attack after Robbie shot me? Pathetic!
I should have stopped. I should have done something. Here. Let's run it again. Yeah. Hey, Robbie, can we run it again from the top? Yeah.
How about from, what, do you haven't got the balls to do it?
Okay. Yeah, so Robbie shoots Dad, I jump up, I grab the gun, maybe like here in the middle of the barrel.
Okay, and I maneuver behind, I can't get off a good shot, oh no, but I fire anyway, kabam.
Boom, and you miss.
No, but I don't.
No, but you do.
No, but I don't. And now I'm coming around, pure evil, about to shoot the girl coming for. No, dude, no. You're standing in front of Misty. I'm gonna shoot you, then her, even if you do pee your pants.
Robbie, please. Robbie, don't, please.
A phone starts ringing and keeps ringing, ruining Robert's concentration.
You gotta get that?
I don't remember a phone ringing that night.
It didn't, doofus. That's Eddie's phone. It's ringing. Eddie, your phone is ringing right now in your hotel room near the set.
Oh, sorry, guys. Excuse me. Don't do anything until I get back, okay? Promise me.
Yeah. Whatever.
Hello?
Yeah, well, you sound like you're asleep. You better not be asleep. I need those pages and they gotta be brilliant.
I'm working on them.
Okay, well, are they done?
I'm working on them.
Brilliant, bloody, vengeful, but PG and clean, right? Evil dies, right?
2 more hours.
Yeah, I was calling to tell you you've got 2 more hours. I'm sending over my assistant. You remember Eileen?
Ellen. My name is Ellen, sir.
Yeah. Ellen and I will be by the hotel in 2 hours. Okay? Oh, and Eddie? You couldn't have saved her.
No, I could have. I could have saved her. I need to rewind it further.
Hey, no, you can't rewind. You've got 2 hours. You understand?
Yes. Yes, 2 hours. Just get back here so we can work it all out and make it make sense.
Okay, so how far back do you want to go?
Middle of page 6, obviously.
Okay, well, enlighten me.
You're choking me. The day that I kicked you in the ass, you're already in the ass bone. And you say, see what you made me do.
Yeah, then what?
And I say, I didn't make you do anything, doofus.
Wait, I don't remember this at all.
you've got your hands around my throat and you're choking me, okay? But, rewrite, major rewrite. If I hadn't kicked you in the ass, you would have been able to sit down. And if you had been able to sit down, you wouldn't have gotten the gun. And if you hadn't gotten the gun, then, you know.
What do I know?
Okay, if I can just change that one part, if I can just change that one bit, then everything works. Okay, and if it all works, then I don't have to look at either of you anymore. Okay? So, I'm just going to rewrite that bit, and it'll fix everything.
Wait. What am I doing?
You're crying?
That's so wimpy.
Just cry, okay?
No, I want to do something. I want to do something more aggressive. Like maybe I could go after him or
Shut up, Misty.
That's patriarchal character development. You try breathing life into the one-dimensional horseshit that you wrote. You're fighting, and it's my fucking life that ends. But oh, you just want me to cry.
Hey. Ready?
I said I was ready. Doofus, let's go.
See what you made me do?
I didn't make you do anything, doofus. Doofus. No, hey, it's too tight. Robbie, I really can't talk. And so, see, I was going to talk you through this.
Wait, Robbie,
So-
Robbie, stop it, Robbie, don't do this part. You're killing it.
Ah! Bastard.
Don't.
But he hurt me.
Live with it, Eddie.
Nope.
Lights go down. Scene 4. Lights come up. Eddie is curled in a fetal position down stage left. He's hiding under a bed, but there is no bed on stage, and we see all of him.
Hello?
Maybe he stepped out?
No, he never steps out.
Oh, the room's empty.
Okay, Eddie! Hey, where's my script, buddy?
It's on the desk.
Okay. Ooh, thank you, Eddie. We will have lunch. I will call you.
Fuck your lunch. Fuck your tapas. I hope someone pukes in your champagne. I hope that you choke to death on ratatouille and medium rare lamb ribs, and I hope that they double the tuition in your kids' private schools.
Wow, okay. Yeah, this is good, Eddie. This is...
Wait. You can't just leave. What if he's...
No. It's okay. He's under the bed. It happens sometimes. Hey, Eddie, my assistant is concerned about you. You remember Eileen?
Ellen.
Yeah.
But he's getting better.
Yeah, she's gonna drive you to the airport.
Hello, Ellen. It's nice to see you again.
Why are you under the bed, Eddie?
Edward, this is good. You got great stuff, Eddie. Hey, buddy. Come on out of there. Hey.
Hey, can I help you up, Eddie?
You did good. So just come to set, have breakfast with us, the crew, the bankers, and...
Eddie emerges from under the bed looking like crap.
Jesus, Eddie. What the hell happened here last night?
I was just thinking, writing, working, you know, doing that thing I do.
Yeah, listen, just you catch a shower and I'll call some room service for you. Coffee, eggs, big breakfast. And Jesus, you look like crap. But not like, no kidding, serious crap. And Eileen here is,
Ellen.
okay, this lady here. She's gonna run into town for me and buy you a new shirt. All right, then she's gonna drive you to the airport and make sure you get on that flight to West Palm Beach.
Tampa.
Yeah? They're all the same place. Okay, listen. Just give them something soft, cottony, but wrinkle-free. Oh, Eddie. This lady here, she knows exactly why Adam didn't kill Cain.
Why?
I'm not gonna let you on the plane looking like that.
Yep, see, she knows.
No, Ellen, do you really know the answer?
Yes, I do, Eddie.
Adam never kills Cain because it's a sin to kill.
Think?
I'm positive, Eddie. You look like whatever comes between exhaustion and death, so get yourself together before you go to the airport, okay?
She exits. Lights go down. Short intermission. Act 2, Scene 1. Eddie is now wearing a soft blue shirt.
Ellen bought me a new shirt. I mean, actually, the director paid for it. And, I'm sure he had production cover that, but still, no one's bought me a new shirt in 3 years. And I mean, no one. I'm including myself in that. So to celebrate my new blue shirt, I buy a first-class ticket over to Florida because I figured if I'm going to hell, I might as well go in style. Also, there's this woman sitting next to me, and she's gone to the toilet, but she'll be back. And if I was flying coach, she might think I was being extradited for some crimes of some sort, but we are in first class, and here in first class, we are all one. So when she comes back, I'm going to test the power of this new blue shirt, and I'm going to try to strike up a conversation, you know, like a normal person.
Excuse me, Stuart.
You can call me Sean.
Hi, Sean. I'm in 2B. Can I change my seat?
Oh, gee, honey, why?
Oh, the guy in 2A is just
I saw him get on, but all the seats are filled up in first. If you want, I could put you in 32F.
32F. Yeah, God, no. No. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
How was everything in the toilet?
The bathroom was okay.
You know, call me crazy, but I love airplane bathrooms because they're tight. You know, there's nothing superfluous. Everything has a reason, and I love the way you get taken care of when you fly. It's like you're someone else's burden for a while. It's like going backwards, like being a kid again. You know?
Yeah. Are you traveling for work?
No, not today.
Oh, so what do you do?
For work, I constantly relive my childhood.
Nice. So you must be a children's book writer?
Horror films. See, we just finished shooting one, but it's actually going really good. Like, it's a very good project. I know I'm shocked too, but like I actually made something good.
Oh, how wonderful. So are you working on something in Tampa?
No. I'm going to pick up my younger brother from a mental institution. I don't think that they should let him out, though. He's a murderer. And I don't think that they should have a life after that. I mean, how can you ever enjoy a sandwich or a new blue shirt that a very lovely woman bought you? You can't. You shouldn't. And you shouldn't be allowed to, I think. What do you think?
Interesting.
Did you hear anything that I just said, actually?
No, of course. You write movies. That's terrific. Yeah, I'm an attorney, real estate in Florida. It's not so glamorous, but if you are ever looking for your own little piece of sunshine in the Sunshine State, you should definitely take my card and
we landed. In Tampa. Hello, Tampa. I think I'm just going to sit here and stare out the window and imagine that we're still flying.
Hey, sir, are you planning to deplane?
Do I have a choice?
I mean, you could continue on to Haiti. That's our next stop.
Haiti? How? Haiti is worse than Tampa. So, okay, escalators. Woo, I love escalators. Baggage claim. No, I don't have any bags. Taxi. Taxi! 610 Polk Street.
Going to the Greyhound station?
Yes, and hey, thanks for narrating. You know, it's not like that's my job or anything, but no, you go ahead. Just give us your whole inner monologue. Tell us how fascinating it is to be a taxi driver in Tampa.
Okay, really? Because it's a single parent, I need
No.
to...
So, I get out of this taxi way too fast, and I get out of the cab, I'm squinting into the sun, and then, half a second later, my brother Robert, murderer of little sisters, steps off of a Greyhound bus. And the question is, should I wave?
Robert and Silver enter. Each hold tight to a cheap suitcase. Both are swaying slightly.
Robbie got big. I mean, of course he's big. He's not a kid anymore. The last time I saw him, he was 17. He was crazy thin at 17, standing in a Florida courtroom. And now he was full. He had a good attorney, public defender, but someone who believed in Robert's innocence. And the lawyer was tough. He probably got smacked around himself. Probably did some smacking back. He got Robbie off for mom and dad, made a big deal about how Robbie didn't shoot me, as if that momentary lack of murderous rage somehow defines his entire character. Like, yay for not killing Eddie.
Across the stage, Robert stares blankly. Eddie waves, feels stupid about waving, and then drops his hand. Robert does not respond. Eddie crosses the stage, no reaction from Robert. Eddie is standing right in front of him, and still nothing from Robert. Finally, Eddie speaks.
Robert?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Are you tired? Hungry? Do you want to walk or eat? Okay. There's a diner in the bus station.
I'd like to eat.
Okay. Let's eat.
Robert walks toward the diner. Eddie walks to the diner. Robert and Silver follow.
Who is she?
Silver.
Silver?
That's her name.
Stupid name. Silver. Why is she following us?
She doesn't have any place to go.
Oh, but why is she coming with us?
She doesn't have any place to go.
Yes, but why us?
She doesn't have any place to go.
Right. Exterior. Florida diner. Bleached white alligator jaws for sale on an ocean green gift shop wall. Smash cut to the interior. Air conditioner set on refrigerator levels lets everyone know that this bus stop diner is a high-class establishment. And yet, for some reason, me and my brother sit down. And that thing comes to. So, Silver.
Eddie and Silver hold hands over the table.
Yes,
Is that really your name?
yes,
I mean, is that like what your mother calls you?
my mother,
Yeah, does she call you Silver?
she dead.
She dead. What a freak. I'm glad I came. You know, you'd never guess it by the quiet way that I've been studying this menu. But I'm having a religious experience. I've been wearing rubber bands across my chest for years, and they have just snapped. My brother is evil, and he is being punished. And I didn't have to do it. I'm at a bus station diner just feeling justice in the presence of God. Order anything you like. How about a burger? Okay, I'll order for both of us. All three of us. 3 chicken fried steaks with the brown gravy and a chocolate chick.
That's a lot of food.
Are you rich?
Why?
Because this is like $40 worth of food.
More.
Take it, eat it all, Silver. Prescriptions are based on weight.
And they start, they eat like locusts. They just suck everything up. And they're eating and eating and eating and eating. And then this thing happens.
A small beep goes off like a wristwatch alarm. A moment later, it's joined by a second beep. Silver and Robert check their watches.
5, Forgot how to make the beep go away.
Lower right button. They both click their watches and stop their beeps. They both take out their suitcases and both remove large bottles of prescription drugs. They both swallow down a series of medications, then pack them back into their suitcases and slide them back under the table. They don't sit down.
$400 milligrams every 4 hours, night or day.
What is it?
Deal with the devil to get out of hell.
Horse tranquilizers.
Horse tranquilizers. The horse is psychotic.
It's stronger than what they gave us back home.
Oh my god. Robbie, a mental program. The pillar of salt, psychotropic incarceration.
Parole dependent on efficacy of increased antipsychotic medications and oh, it's kicking it. Efficacy, Robbie.
Silver and Robert's faces go slack. Back to the zombies standing listless at the bus stop. Their medications have kicked in. They stand, stuck, swaying slightly.
Please, sit down. Eat. Oh my God, stop. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Stop. Just eat, okay? I mean, eat if you want to eat. Then I'll take you to your apartment.
You found us a place to live?
They didn't assign you a place to live?
No, they didn't. They didn't, Robbie, remember?
What did they think you were gonna do? They were just gonna let you go so you could, die in the street? My evil brother is a pillar of salt. So biblical, very Old Testament. And he thinks I'm gonna save him. Should I? I mean, my brother is evil. But he's also a pillar of salt, so he needs a place to live that's dry and, so he doesn't melt in the rain. So where do I put him? How do I do this? I don't know how to do any of this. I have to find a place fast and... Wait. I know what I should do. Hold on. My agent, obviously. I call my agent. Yeah? I have an agent because I wrote a successful horror movie. Tommy, hi. It's Eddie Ramsey. I'm the guy who wrote the
Eddie, where are
successful
you?
horror
Where
movie.
are you? She's been calling you all day. Just hang on a minute.
No, Tommy, I want to talk to you.
Eddie! Hey, they loved your work. I got glowing reports from the suits. They pushed you and you brought it home brilliantly. It's PG and everything. You're on their list now, Eddie. Like, God, are you on their list? I've got 3 offers for rewrite work. Can you come into my office today?
That sounds fantastic. But I'm stuck in Florida just for a little while longer.
Florida sucks. Tommy, pick up!
I'm still on.
Oh, good. Tommy, listen.
Hey, your negotiations to keep yourself on for those last pages were brilliant. Who taught you how to negotiate like that? It was me.
Tommy, I've got a little problem.
Hey, and the pages themselves, they loved them. Now, same company, different director. Vampire flick, high budget, gone off track a little bit. Downside, it's shooting in Hungary. Upside, tons of frequent flyer points. They asked for you specifically.
I'm just a little stuck in Florida right now.
Stuck how?
I'm here with my brother in his. Just my brother, and I gotta find some place to stay for him, and I gotta get him there. He's a pillar of salt now. So
where in Florida?
Lutz, spelled Lutz, pronounced Lutz.
Near Ybor City.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Internet, baby. Closest hotel is the Days Inn of I-95.
Great. If I give you my credit card, can you book that for me?
Edward, we will put it on your bill. I've got $200,000 worth of offers sitting on my desk right now. You've just become a preferred client.
Eddie, the Days Inn of 95 is very kitschy. Very motel living, kitchenette in the room. Small swimming pool, no room service. Hey, but the Denny's across the parking lot delivers. You want? I should order a taxi to get you there.
Yes, I do. Hey, you're the best, Tom.
Yeah, so true. So can you make the 6:30 p.m. flight back to LA tonight?
I should get my brother to the motel and just tuck him in one last time.
We are booking you a boarding flight back to LA first thing in the morning. Tommy's going to email you the details and a PDF of the boarding pass. I'm setting up your first meeting for 4 o'clock tomorrow. If it goes well, you'll be on your way to Hungary early next week.
Great. I can't wait to get started. And the world makes sense. God, I love Florida. Up. No. Just him. You stay.
She doesn't have any place to go.
It's not my problem.
She can't stay here. She'll get hurt.
Doesn't she have family?
All dead.
Wow, can you believe that? Okay. One night, and then she's got to find her own place. All right, stand. Walk into the cab. Chop. Sit. Wait. Oh my God, those rules. Stand. Check into the motel. Hi, I need 2 rooms, please, instead of 1 key. Yes. Keys. Great. Walk left. Robert. Hey, great, Robert. See that Denny's over there? Denny's over there. Yeah, that delivers. See that pool? You can't swim in it, okay? Where did I put the key? Great. Open the door and enter. You're home.
This is the biggest room I've ever seen.
This is our room. Your room is next door. Go. Here's your key. How about you 2 nights? Okay? 2 nights. And then you're on your own. Get out. I gotta go. I gotta get some sleep. Robert, very early tomorrow morning, I'm going to leave.
No, I'm not hungry. That was a lot of food.
It was.
Okay. Right. Robert, hey, Robert, when the checks come in for these new jobs I'm getting, Robert, are you listening? As soon as I have the money, I'm going to settle you in a small apartment. And I'm going to pay for that too. But early tomorrow morning, I'm going to leave you, and I'm never going to come back.
Ever?
Right. Find you a small apartment where you can walk to things nearby.
A small beep goes off like a wristwatch alarm. A moment later, it's joined by a second beep. Silver and Robert check their watches.
Forgot how to make the beep go away.
Lower right button.
They both stop their beeps. They both take out their matching suitcases and both move a bottle of prescription drugs. Silver watches Robert pour a handful of pills into his hand and stops him. No.
But
Later. So we can.
really?
Yeah, if you want to.
I do. Which room is ours?
What?
We're tired. Where do you want us to sleep?
Us?
Us.
Oh, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't float. Let's run that again. Can we take it from the beeps?
Silver and Robert step away from each other. They rerun the previous beep. A small beep goes off. Like a wristwatch, a moment later, it's joined by a second. Silver and Robert check their watches.
Great, the alarm clock goes off.
I forgot how to make the beep go away.
Lower right button, and
Stop
then...
their beeps. drugs, Silver watches Robert pour a handful of pills into his hands, but stops him from swallowing.
Don't.
And then she says, don't, and don't. What does she mean by don't?
Later.
Oh? Oh? Oh,
So we can.
really?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Hey, which room is ours?
I thought you and I would share this room.
No, what are we? Still 12?
You can't.
Robbie, look at my key. The room is this number, right? That's how it works, right?
I think, yeah.
No, that won't float. No, I will not stand here while my pillar of salt has sex.
Night!
But I do. I stand here in the doorway of a hotel room, staring out of the pool like a pervert, listening through the walls of a cheap motel as my evil brother enjoys the sweetness of being alive. You hear that? And it takes forever. So can we fast forward? Faster, please. Thank you.
Robert enters bare-chested.
Woo! Hey, Eddie, you're still up. You got any glasses? The only one in our room. There's only one in our room, and it's gross and dirty. And Silver's trying to get a drink of water, and the whole glass is so gross and dirty. And whew, man. Anyway,
You took.
hey, I'm glad you're up, Eddie. 'Cause, I wanted to talk to you.
You took everything from me. How could you? How could you?
Well, I mean, usually I can't. Those drugs, they make me dead. But before I got to take them again, I just wanted to say thank you. I really didn't expect you to see anyone there when I stepped off that bus.
You had sex.
Yeah.
You can't.
Absolutely, I can. I mean, not when I'm on tranks, but ooh, Silver. She's still, I mean, you know. And I don't want to lose her. Now, if we take too many at a time, they'll kill us for good. If we take too little, they'll know from our pee. But I think it's worth the risk to screw with the timing just a little bit so we can be together.
You killed someone on purpose for no good reason. You don't get to take a vacation from that.
No. I didn't. Eddie, remember? It was an accident. It was a reflex in my hand. You were at the trial. It was a mistake.
Oh, that attorney, he said that they might kill you. So at the trial, it was a mistake. At the dinner table, you pointed the rifle at a little girl who was wearing a pink shirt with a little chocolate stain on it, and you thought about it.
No, time is a weird thing, Eddie. Believe me. Only seemed that way.
You looked at her, and you decided.
Nope. I just moved my hand wrong. The gun fired.
You thought the killing would save us. But even with the two of them splattered across the dining room, still that wasn't enough. Or maybe you hated her.
I didn't hate her.
Then why didn't you shoot me? I am worth hating. Was it because I peed myself?
you peed yourself?
I was the one who kicked you in the coccyx. I was the one who broke your fingers.
No, I don't remember any of that.
That morning when you were choking me and I kicked you in the ass even though I'd seen the bruise on your butt and I kicked you and when I kicked you, you couldn't sit down because you couldn't sit down.
No. Okay, maybe. I do remember you having an asthma attack, though.
But I kicked you in the ass though. Whatever. Not me.
Misty was whiny and unimportant. We're good at telling stories.
Stop, Robert, wait. Robert. I knew I never killed Cain.
Hold on. What was that?
Oh, God, Eddie. Are you crazy? Why'd you do that? We're not kids anymore.
Okay. So tell me, why doesn't Adam kill Cain? He had motive. I bet he had unfair opportunity.
What are you talking about?
You said you knew why Adam never
No,
killed
what
Cain.
idiot! Your hands were around my throat and I could barely breathe. What is wrong with you?
Robbie.
Fucking doofus.
Cain was Adam's only remaining son, and he loved him.
You are a piece of shit psycho, Eddie.
It's a genetic thing. Yeah. It runs in the family.
Where's my damn pills?
They're under the desk.
Who put it there?
You did.
Yeah, if we don't take him on time, he'll show up in our pee. You know, I told Silver, why don't we just do it all perfect the first week, and then save up all the pee from that week and give it to them to test for the rest of the month. She thought it was funny. She thinks I'm like some genius or something, but I don't know if that's true. Does urine get old? Eddie? You know things. I mean, is there such thing as fresh pee? Well, maybe. If I keep it in the fridge in a sealed container so the air doesn't get out, huh?
You are a mad pea scientist, Robbie.
Robert takes the pill in one quick swallow, no water.
You don't need water?
No.
Just to take an aspirin, I have to crush it up between 2 spoons and mix it up in applesauce.
Like Mom used to do. Ooh, shit. Here comes the salt.
Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. You forgot to take your pill.
No, it's not time.
You forgot to take your pill. You forgot to take your pill. You forgot to take your pill.
okay, Robbie, all right? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna buy you an apartment. And until then, the Denny's across the parking lot delivers, okay?
Robert dies. In Eddie's mind, though, he keeps talking.
Well, I suppose you're happy now.
No, but I'm sure that will come later.
It won't.
It will, because I just saved Florida from all the murders that you will certainly have committed.
Oh, I see. It's about protecting Florida.
Exactly.
Adam loved his son, but letting him live was a big mistake that ruined the world. Adam was unhappy about it for the rest of his days.
You know what? You know, maybe Adam does kill him, huh? Maybe it just happens in the sequel. Maybe it happens off screen. I don't know. Maybe there should be a rewrite.
Maybe. Now you're one of us. The police will come.
Yeah, and they'll find a suicide.
Yeah, with marks on his neck where you choked him. You're not getting on that plane to Hungary.
There are no marks. Okay, maybe just a little shit. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to say we fought. I mean, we're brothers. Brothers fight. We just.
You could blame it on the girl.
No. They'll be able to tell from the size of the bruise on her finger that it's my fingers and not hers. I tried to write a script about a strangler at one time. It never sold, but there was a lot of research.
The puke is on your hands.
Okay, that washes off. Now, okay, see, what happens at this point is we fight and you get upset. Robbie, can we take it from there?
Oh, no, you're on your own now, man.
Okay. All right. We wrestle, okay, like normal brothers. And then I go to sleep and you OD on your pills. So sad, it happens while I'm asleep. Yeah, I'm actually asleep right now. And then I wake up. And then, okay, I find your body. Oh, I find you lying on the floor, and I rush over, and I check your pulse. No pulse? Okay, that's good. And then I call the police. No. Maybe I should wait 5 more minutes just to, indicate a brief, momentary, hysterical sadness.
Oh, geez, Eddie. Still haven't fought at all.
Floats. I just saved all of North Florida from a sex-crazed homicidal maniac. It floats. It's perfect. It works, and it's accidental. I mean, that's not really accidental, but I'm going to rewrite it so that it seems accidental, and that way it looks heroic. And I mean, it is heroic because and it's clean and it is PG because Robbie was evil and God is on my side. It's all good. It's a win-win ending. My God, Robbie, what have you done? Robbie! Hey! Oh God. No. Hello? Hello, yes, this is, my name is Edward Ramsey, and, I'm at the Days Inn suite at I-95, suite 109, and me and my brother, we had a fight, and he's on meds, and he's not moving, and he won't wake up, and I don't know what happened.
Lights down. Scene 2. Lights up. As in the first scene, 2 men sit opposite each other in folding chairs.
No, I don't buy it. Doesn't flow for me.
Sure does, floats good.
So this girl, Silver, she was what, maybe 5 feet 4 inches, 120 pounds. She's not strong enough to overpower a guy that big.
Somehow she gets the better of him. Somehow she turns the tables on him.
Him.
The guy, Eddie, me.
I see. So, this girl,
Silver.
a significant person, a convicted murderer, serving time in a psychiatric facility.
Okay.
Yeah, she has prior history, killed some people she didn't like.
See? Evil. Unredeemable evil. It all works.
Okay, she poisoned them. She's a small girl. She waits. If she wants you dead, she waits.
Oh, waiting is tedious, okay? The girl is passionate. We need to get to the meat of it sooner.
Excuse me?
Nobody wants to wait this long to get to the violence, okay? These terrible, exciting things, they're necessary. We just gotta get to them faster. I mean, Robert commits suicide with a prescription. Boom. The Silver Girl, she's so upset. And you just said she's crazy, so of course she attacks Eddie. And in self-defense, Eddie accidentally makes her trip and she falls on her own sword. That's stupid. A knife from the kitchenette. A knife. Was there a kitchenette? Or was there just a Denny's across the street? Is there any more coffee? What? Did you send the girl down for more coffee?
What girl?
Ellen, your assistant. I think she might actually like me. Maybe, when I get back from Hungary.
Uh-huh. Okay, so tell me more about this Eddie. Who is he?
Oh my God, you're just reading coverage, aren't you? Are you working, or are we actually, are you wasting my time?
Humor me. Who is Eddie?
The hero.
So why did he kill his brother? Vengeance?
No. Vengeance feels right, but it's not PG. It's not clean. Eddie kills Robbie because he has to. It's got to be clean. He's got to clean up the town. He's got to be permanent salt. The brother, not the hero. The brother's got to be punished for. It's really tried. If there's no cappuccino, I'll be fine with the Coke. Just send the girl.
Silver?
Ellen, the lovely, ambitious young assistant. Tell her I desperately, practically, passionately need coffee.
Ellen!
Use the intercom, numbnuts.
Eddie points to empty space.
On the desk.
Yeah. Ellen, could you please get our guest a Coke?
Cappuccino if you got it. Coffee is the second choice. Coke is the third. And thanks for the shirt, Ellen. It's really beautiful.
Okay, so this guy, Eddie, why does he kill his brother Robert?
Robert's evil. Yes, he died.
Okay, so Eddie killed Robert.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fortunately.
Well, he does love Robert. I mean, Robert is his brother.
And the girl, why did he kill the young girl?
The girl? Let's not call her that. I mean, she's not a kid.
She was 18, only just. That's why she was getting out.
Okay, yeah, and 18 is technically not a kid. And I hate 18 because 18 is still stupid. So we need to make her older, we need to make her taller, we need to make her bigger. And we gotta beef up that past, okay? She's gotta be evil too.
Why?
What are we selling here? Yeah, fucking Euro trash art house film. No, she has to be evil because Eddie kills her and Eddie is the hero. So she was a murderer too, right? You just said so.
Right, but Eddie doesn't know that until after he's arrested. You don't know that until after I tell you.
I don't.
No. So, why did you kill the young woman?
Okay, Eddie kills her because she had sex with his evil brother, who he loved, which is a great conflict because Eddie loved him, but still Robert had to die.
And why did Robert have to die?
Since the day he shot her, I don't get a moment of peace. So why should he? He doesn't. He should not get a vacation from sin. You don't get a weekend off from hell.
Who said?
I did just now. Are you deaf? Come on. God's punishment takes too long, and someone had to step up and make it right. What?
You're under arrest for the murder of Robert Ramsey and Silver Gomez.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to
You have the right to remain silent.
You have to recast her. She's too small, too sweet. The city's full of actresses. Just pick one of them up. This one won't work.
Anything you can say and will be held against you in a court of law, Mr. Ramsey. You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah,
and refuse to answer questions. Do you understand?
Yes, you're reading me my Miranda rights. Did you know legally you have to say all of them, even though they're actually totally repetitive? I mean, you have the right to consult an attorney before blah blah blah, and if you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed before you. And yeah, there's more. I just don't remember.
If you decide to answer questions now without an attorney present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Knowing and understanding your rights, if I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer my questions without an attorney present?
Yes.
Why did you kill Robert Ramsey?
Because shit, wait, he needed to be dead. God, I can't tell you how tired I am.
So why kill Silver Gomez? She was nothing to you.
Is Ella coming with that cappuccino or what?
Okay, you watched her have sex with your brother.
I didn't watch them. Listen, and fast forward. We all thought it was kind of fun. But then Robert comes looking for a clean glass, all sweaty and pleased with himself, and that was not funny at all. That was disgusting.
So you stabbed Silver Gomez in the chest while she slept.
What? No, I would never. That is so Friday the 13th. The chest is like armor. If you want to believe that our boy Eddie can do that, you're gonna need to hire a bigger actor, because I mean, look at these arms. I'm practically like Noodle Man here, okay? A guy like me would have grazed the bone. She would have woken up.
She did.
And she would have fought.
She died from wounds to her throat.
Throat wounds sprayed, doofus. There would be blood everywhere. I don't see any blood.
And your hair on your shoes, your face, your shirt. Christ, look at your hands.
What? I'm clean.
Hey, this is over.
Wait, no. Come on. I know horror better than anyone.
You want me to call psych?
No. Hey, Ellen, hi. But no, please. Like, I just let me tell it again. See. Okay. So there was this kid, right? And he's from Florida, and he was just surrounded by the worst kind of evil. Was he?
Really?
Obviously.
And what does it make you?
I'm the guy. The kid. I'm the hero.
Black guy. Apologizing to anyone from Florida. So what I was trying, I don't understand how somebody can walk into a room and shoot a person, number one. And then after that's done, which we see so many times, how did they take that second shot? After they saw what the first one did, why would they ever shoot again? And that's where the ideas of the play came from. Trying to understand what would make somebody do that. Repeatedly. I mean, clearly people do it. I don't understand why. Just because we don't understand why doesn't mean that there's not a reason. So that's where we were going. That's where I was going when I started writing this. Does anybody understand why? So sorry.
Do you mind if I ask when you started writing it, when you decided you wanted to?
Yeah, so I'm going to date myself quite significantly by telling you actually when the first thought came. It was when the Chechen rebels took the school in Russia, and those women were watching soap operas. They were us. They were just women doing things, and yet they murdered all those children. And that was the very first time that I was, because it's so rarely women, there was something that was so disturbing to me about about it being young women about my age. Could you call Bob? He's calling me. Yeah. Hey. Sorry. So that's when the idea started. And then, but writing a play is damn time consuming. So I wrote it and I put it away, and I wrote it and I put it away, and I did a million things, and then it started, and then there started to be shootings more often than not, and then it came back. Then I pulled it out and said, okay, let me look at this fucker again. Let me look at these reasons again. So.
So what made you set it? Take that idea and have it focusing on, like what this happened in the family.
So
someone just shooting, let's say strangers.
Well, I think that's just because, that's a good question. The reason for the family drama, how could there not be a personal reason? I understand that there is often not a personal reason, but I had to give him, just to make him work as a character for me, he had to be someone who had had the shit kicked out of him for me to understand why anyone might, and I understand that is not, research says that's not it, but for me it had to be somebody who was fighting back. And if I may add, the issue of why he's making a movie. Because I think that our movies and our culture keeps telling us that these evil things that we see are actually exciting, and we should actually do them. That, the movie would end with him killing his brother, but reality is he's going to get arrested and go to jail. So I guess the family thing was just because I could not imagine it otherwise. But the movie thing was really, the fuck is wrong with us? That we keep telling this story again about this heroic hero who's fighting against evil, but we never really look at what we are saying when we're calling it evil. Robert's not close. I mean, no, but there is no, evil. Evil's a questionable thing in the real world. And our obsession with sex as evil, is really, he would have let his brother live except for the sex part.
Congratulations, and what extraordinary performances, and you all brought together. And not only that, every character you played was different, believable. I'm curious, and the direction is exquisite, and the writing is, I love how Edward was talking to us, like that device of, going in someone's head, and I thought that was really beautiful and rich, and devastating. I'm curious to know about the choice of having the actors play multiple characters, which I thought was really a great choice, but I'm curious about it.
We just wanted to torture them.
Like the brother playing the agent, the director or the producer.
So I think in a lot of these situations that we see terrible devastation, destroyed lives of people who were just there. So the question of Misty, it's a consistent triangle. Robert was mad at his father, but Misty died. The director is having a pissing contest with Robert, and Ellen suffers. So why is it the play is a series of rotating power struggles between two, often but not exclusively, men, and the third one just keeps, and the woman, often but not exclusively, keeps getting smacked by their battles. And I don't know if you guys can see from here, but all the women are going.
Yeah.
So, Eddie can't see beyond. He only knows two people in his whole life. He only knows his brother and his sister, and he learned nothing. She tells him. She says right out, "This is my life. You know, I die, and you're not going to let me say anything." So, and he really, from the very beginning, he never learned anything from this. You think he does because he could read. He thinks he does because he writes something beautiful. And Leighton had a wonderful thought, just why he's under the bed crying after he writes something beautiful, which was
the end of the show, like
the movie.
End of the movie. The end of the movie that he writes that he loves so much is the version that works, and that's why after I kill my brother, that's me, like that's the ending that I wrote because it works. And so it's almost like I get a sense of what this downfall could be, but it works and it's beautiful and it's painful because it involves him dying. But like that's why I'm so convinced by the end of the play. I'm like, this worked exactly how it needed to work, and so it will work. And there's nothing that can get in the way of that.
But there's only so that's all he can see. If it worked in the play, then it must work. Then it will work with his brother. Or there's a limited number. He only has a capacity to hold two people in his head. So it's everybody is his brother and sister, which is a terrible way to go through life. You know, this lady, he calls her this lady, can't get her name right. She's not a person. She's not a person. She's just what he thinks she is to him, and that's how they treat Misty. That's how they treat Ellen, and so it's just he has a limited vocabulary of humanity, and it's the same thing again and again and again, which is why he sucks.
For me, having only the three actors and one as the central character and the two playing everyone else and the central character directly addressing the audience and the other characters do not, also worked very well as the mode of storytelling, because we are watching this human, we're watching this artist, we're watching this struggling soul trying to make sense of his story and tell a story and be the hero. He's trying to write the hero's journey for himself in his life, and having that structure for the characters helped for me to tell that version of the story.
I agree, and can I just say, I feel so much compassion, even as you're a murderer, and I felt so much compassion for you. And I hated myself for feeling compassion.
Yeah, but we know something else that I mean, not to like stroke your ego or anything. I mean, like that's just fantastic that you, both of you, but in the right, like you were able to, like even the choices that he made, like yay, he's redeemed, like he didn't make her give him a blowjob, like that's where our standards are. But also, like, yeah, like you brought us there, and yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, I want this to go well, and not just because you like you're an asshole.
And then it should go compassion for Robert. Yeah, and he when he gets out, he's the
Can I also say, I assume just because the hour of the day that we're all mostly artists here in this room, a cheap play to put on. You know, it's all these, you know, it's all there's three actors. No, but I think that in a modern writing, if you're you know, if you're not, for modern artists who are actually going to produce something, how do you produce something with big sets and big, how do you get your story out? Also, you have to write with some sense of what it's going to cost, as if you're going to make it yourself. Just because that's the world we're living in right now for anybody who wants to make something. It often comes like that.
I mean, it was so image rich, the language. I feel like you can do it without sets, without props, in just this pared down way, and I especially loved your choice to have just the actors. It really involved the audience in a way where you're really in it, because you're imagining these worlds, and the writers. I mean, it's all about how you balance reality and fiction, how margins is.
We forget how cool words are. We've forgotten a little bit how cool words are. These actors, they did this in 2 rehearsals. The gasp. And at one point, Leighton lost his script on his device.
I had made all the notes, and the iPad deleted them. I had to rewrite all the notes.
Yeah, we were in the middle of a run, and he's like, "Oh, and everything's gone." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a new line."
And I also add about these particular actors is we sometimes in the American theater forget about the advantage of repertoire and companies. These 3 actors all knew each other before they walked in our door. And I think that is also something that was extremely important that we also sometimes forget.
Thank you, New Light Theater Project.
He looks directly at camera. Thank you.
I was a little unclear at the beginning when the producer first introduced the whole blowjob thing. I was like, are we supposed to be taking this seriously? Is this really, where the story's going? What's this all about? And then, so I had a question, how seriously are we supposed to be taking this? Is this really, but then later, when he's on the plane, and he's clearly hitting on the woman next to him, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's just a total horn dog, and that's part of his character. And then I was wondering why we hadn't been introduced to that earlier, like in the very beginning of the play, because it seems like that was a pretty, and then actually it surprised me when you said if they hadn't had sex, he probably wouldn't have killed him.
That's good.
And that wasn't clear to me at all. I had no idea that it was because of the sex that he killed him. I just thought it was, childhood trauma, and so he wanted to kill him, and always wanted to kill him. And then when, of course, he had to deal with the responsibility of taking care of him, he really wanted to kill him because he just didn't want to deal with that. But if the sex actually is a trigger, then I'd like to see the sex brought up at the very beginning. I mean, the very first scene, maybe Ellen leaves the room and they have a little banter about, oh, wow, she's really hot, is she available? I mean, something to introduce us to the fact that when he finally does suggest, why doesn't she give you a blowjob, we know it's real. Because we know he's been lusting after her or whatever. The sex aspect of his character, it took me so long to decide, where's this going? Where'd that come from? It just seemed so out of nowhere. And I thought, is he just being funny? But then there was a whole long scene about it. And I was like, well, maybe it's not funny, it's very inappropriate. It made me very uncomfortable. Because I just didn't get it. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. So if it is really part of his character and some kind of motivation, for the whole thing, then let's introduce it right at the beginning so that I see it, and it's planted.
He had self-described once as a near virgin, and I took it out, and maybe it needs to go back in.
Just to,
Yeah. I'm making notes.
Yeah,
I'm stealing from all of them.
the thing that I found in all of this is like, if we're talking about the big issues that surround guns, particularly in this country, you also have the incel issue. You have young men who feel like they are owed women's bodies and owed this thing, and I feel like Eddie never really progressed much emotionally or sexually after the age of 14, so he doesn't have that. And so that is the thing that pushes him over. He's about to start a life as a screenwriter. He at least genuinely believes that he has a chance of maybe starting something with no,
Don't say Mary.
with Ellen.
Yeah.
After all this is done, however misguided that is, but he believes that he can find love, and that's what that monologue in the middle is just like. I want to be someone who people want to touch. He hasn't experienced it, and so when his brother, a murderer, an evil person, gets it like that easily, that's the thing that ends up being too much, and that's what I can't move past, because we talked about this at the beginning. It's all about love. It's all about my love for my brother, my love for my family, my love for trying to find love, trying to find romantic love, and I find all of these things that I love, and it's the romantic love that pushes it that one step further. So yeah, I agree with all of the things, how important that is to the arc of this character.
It might be, I might, but there was somebody in the back that's asking.
Yeah, I was just gonna piggyback. One of the things I'm curious about after hearing you talk about the play a little bit is if everybody's kind of an echo of these two people that are the most important people in his life, how does sex and relationship filter through all those bodies, or like all the different iterations of the female figure in play, and how does it relate back to that his sister? Because there's some kind of like, it feels like when I hear you talk about it, I make edible kind of connections to it. And I don't know if that's intentional or what you want, but it does make me wonder, how does sex play into the original template of the only two people that he knows?
This may be something that I really need to look at, sex. No, I need to look at, because for me the sex is linked to our very strange, very American world of punishment, that we are cruel about issues of sex, that anything that's outside what the punisher thinks is correct is punishable. So it was that he had forgiven his brother. He was accepting that his brother had been punished fully, except that he was having sex. And I find that as unfortunately an unpleasantly American thing, that we, in terms of sexual diseases, in terms of, I don't know, sexual variations, we're quite cruel about that. If you see, and particularly in Florida, I mean, particularly right now. I wrote this before Florida became really strange. But I may, and based on this discussion, I may need to make that a more human experience within Eddie, and not just a philosophical idea in the writer.
Yeah, adding on to that, I also thought that when the producer was originally like offering his assistant for sex, that did feel abrupt to me as well. However, at the end, when the Robert and Silver have sex and Eddie is taking that in, I did recognize that as a trigger for his anger, because I saw this character as someone who's been like longing for
and then the fictional reality of the film that was being written, but then the fantasy of the hallucinations, and then the parallel of Cain and Abel, like so many things piling on top of each other, revealed to us slowly throughout the entire play. And a question I had about that was, did you ever consider adding more background context with the father and their trauma? Because I feel like that is like really what catapults this whole thing. And it is mentioned, and all of like the broken bones and everything that is specific, but the overall like trauma and what they really went through is pretty much left to be vague and like left to interpretation. So I was wondering if you ever considered having even more of that.
Well, this, I'm stealing that.
She is writing everything
I mean, you know, maybe. I mean, we'll have to. This is the first time we've seen it, and this is the first time we've really seen it outside of my head. So we start to have to. Yes, I'm stealing that.
I really enjoyed it. I was just so curious about the background, but overall I was so fascinated by everything going on. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
I was just gonna add, I don't know if you meant it to come across this way, but when you make a point to say that Misty didn't have any bruises on her, that could tie into why Robert chooses her as the victim and not his brother.
Yeah, because yes, I mean, I think we give some reasons, but there are no reasons. I mean, we've offered reasons, but who the fuck does that? Yeah.
I would also, like, I'm wondering if this was intentional, but I really liked how thoughtful it was that after like every one of those interactions that he had, like Eddie had with a woman, his takeaways mostly afterwards were never really about them. It was all about him. Like, when, oh my God, Ellen might go on a date with me. It wasn't like, wow, she's this and this and this. It was like, oh my God, someone is noticing me, and the same kind of thing happened with each of his interactions. Even Misty was like not her own person. She was a reflection of him, his brother. Yeah, that was really.
Yeah, and all the women's heads are going. Yeah, no, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
He's delightful and exciting and wonderful, and also, I mean, he's still a jerk. He is, and it was very interesting because when Jada first read the script, his language started to degrade, and we had a conversation about his language became a little bit more degrading, and I took it out because it's not a story about language. If it had been a story, I mean, it's about words, but and she said, note these words that you have used. I think there was 2 or 3 times that I had, as he became more of a jerk, his language was more jerky, and it was just, it would have become a conversation about choice of words rather than choice of degrading female and other words that we just excise because she's a smart cookie. Ellen?
Yeah, and the first thing I reacted to early on, just how consistent and real the characters felt.
Oh, wow. That's, well.
I mean, absolutely, particularly Eddie, just that character. And so when he's hitting on the woman in the airplane, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what an immature guy is doing. Yeah, I didn't even see it as a sexually aggressive thing. It was an immature thing for somebody who didn't even know write the worst, and it should be PG, of course, but he has to write the gore, because that's what people want, and the death, and the horror, and that's where the money is in this particular case. And the reality is that that is same for real life. You know, I don't know which is better describing the situation, real life or make believe.
Well, the real life is that God will get arrested. Think of whatever he is, but he's got arrested.
No, I'm sorry.
I thought it was very interesting that he used this world of like screenwriting to really like mix that in just the family trauma and what exactly was going on. There's just this blend to a point where you may not even know like what's real and what's not, what is the movie and what's not the movie. And it was just so interesting with the rewrites of everything. And he's like, let's just go back, let's rewrite everything that just happened. Let's rewrite this, let's clean this up, let's make this the way I want it to be. Let's make me the hero, and then you have then what hangs on me is that one moment that he tries to rewrite the moment with his brother, just before his brother's about to have sex, and it's like even though he tried to rewrite that, he couldn't rewrite that one, it still happened, and that was just so interesting to me. And then even towards the end, it's like I think that is a moment where his life is in jeopardy, and he still feels the need to clean it up. Like that doesn't flow, this doesn't flow. Like it can't end this way. And it's like he's still stuck in that reality of his own screenwriting. And like that's just how it ends up. And then I think we finally have a moment at the end where it's like, wait, am I the hero actually, or is something else going on here?
I think if we take a minute and not try to be the hero and just try to be, you know, not us, but if he had just for a moment was like, just was a character and not the winner. I don't know. We're a strange society. Did you want to?
This is just like a really rhetorical question that I have that I'm not looking for an answer. But I think one of the things that's really intriguing to me about this is the idea that, like, the question, would he have killed his brother given the opportunity if he hadn't had to do that rewrite? Like, if he had the ability to do what he actually wanted to do, and the production didn't interfere with that, which is often like what happens with screenwriting, especially in film and TV. It's like once you write it, it's out of your hands, it's not yours. Like, would he have gone through with it, or would there be a scenario in which he would have killed his brother?
I think that's the epiphany that Leighton had walking up the stairs. Oh my God, that it was that, for him it was that experience of the play, of coming to that conclusion that the beautiful thing to do would be to kill Robert, that would be beautiful and that would be right and that would be horrible and sad, but it would be beautiful. And as the writer, I think that the point of that epiphany for the rest of us is that we watch movies where terrible people are presented to us as the heroes. And we, maybe not individuals in this room, but the rest of our society are living these heroic fantasies that are really quite evil. The vision of the vigilante is sanitized in movies and stories so that all of the possible perfect things that make his vigilantism appropriate are presented to us. That's very rare, to actually be a vigilante and go out and harm somebody else in the name of justice when you don't have the qualifications or the experiences is a story that's told to us again and again and again and again and again. And I think that's a little dangerous for us right now.
It's just so interesting, especially this last part of the discussion, that he is also obsessed with why didn't Adam, kill Cain, right? And then finally, I think at least twice, it's like, why? That's right, just yeah, and then, but anyways, finally, it's that it's a sin, but. I'd kind of be interested if there was a little bit more of that, like if Eddie does recognize it's a sin and yet he can still do it, is it a sort of, self-justification, or he's going to exploit himself, or rationalizing it, or that he's above it, that he's like godlike. It's just, I'm going to be thinking about it for a couple of days, I'm sure.
Call
Great
me.
job.
Call me. I'll steal from you too.
It does seem, I love what you were talking about with Adam being more of a figure in the play that we actually see, because it is this recurring motif. It was a really interesting recurring motif. I really appreciated that, bringing that element of it in there. And the thing I think that is so key is that early scene where we see them playing out, kicking him in the ass in coccyx. That's kind of the traumatic event that propels the whole rest of the play. And it would be interesting if somehow Adam were incorporated in that, and not necessarily another character, but Eddie saying, Dad said to do this, or Dad said to do that, or something where that dad figure, he's kind of emulating the Adam character.
Or the God character.
Yeah, well, and Dad is kind of God until you can graduate away from him. And even I was thinking if there was some kind of parallel, because it's also very disturbing in a good way, the final scene when he says, you forgot your pill, here, take another one, take another one, take another one. And it'd be interesting, he obviously has always had, he discovers that because Robert is so drugged up that he can manipulate him at the end, but I don't think that's the first time he's ever manipulated. I'm sure that when Robert was born, he very quickly learned that he could play God with his baby brother. And so to see some kind of parallel in that flashback scene that really causes us to go to kind of gasp when we see him starting to do that with the pill, that he's going to take this somewhere. But maybe if that's set up in the flashback, Dad said to eat this, or Dad said you can't move from the table until you've done blah, blah, blah. But I think that might, there's so many threads that you've woven in there that are really interesting, and the theatricality of the way you're telling the story is really wonderful. It really moves, it flies right along. You guys are amazing keeping up with it. But I think just a few more things to kind of connect all the pieces so that by the time it comes to the conclusion, it's not only a bigger bang, but also a more inevitable conclusion. Like, of course, this was going to be the way it was going to happen. You could see it coming, even if,
Yeah, and just to kind of jump off of that, because I love it, well, Dad's not here, so I'm in charge. Dad's not here, so I'm in charge. I'm Adam. Because that's what it becomes. Dad is an Adam. I'm Adam in this situation. And so it's so easy in the flashback of it's the three of us. Dad's not here. I'm in charge. that idea can get set up earlier on, which I think would be really cool.
I love that Dad's not here, so I'm in charge. Terrible. I'm sorry, we skipped you.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering where his sort of obsession with morality in the biblical sense sort of came from, and how that sort of impacted his worldview, especially considering how much he himself got corrupted by the end and sort of fell into his own pitfalls that he was blaming his brother for.
I just assumed that the whole, that, again, I assume, I'm sorry, somebody, we're not laughing at your question, somebody was giving a green wave as they exited. Not there, I apologize. We were, so the question, I think the whole question of biblical morality, which I have issues with, falls into the whole overview of punishment in our society. It's why are we being punished repeatedly and horribly for biblical issues? That doesn't float for me, that it should be like that. And so his obsession with Adam and Cain falls in, started generating like that. But the issue with Adam and Cain also is that Adam does not punish Cain. I mean, maybe he does off stage or in the sequel, as he says, we don't know. But that's not in our culturally shared Bible. That's the most I'll give it, the culturally shared Bible. That's the most, that, you know, he does not punish him. So why is so much of our society that says it's so, you know, biblical and rigid, why don't we never talk about that, the people, you know, that he got off for murder one? And the point is that if Eddie had just gone, this terrible thing happened to me, I'm so sorry, I'm about to become a very wealthy man with all kinds of exciting possibilities, move on, as one would assume Adam did, we would do better if we punished less, if we revenged less. And again, there's a biblical quote that just flies by all of us. Adam never punished his son.
And I think the other piece that reflects our society is that there's never enough punishment.
I'm so sorry.
There's never enough punishment.
Yeah.
If somebody does their time and it's still not over, and it wasn't over for Eddie, and to me the trigger, the fact that it was sex, that didn't even connect for me. It was that now that Robert was out, he was enjoying something.
Right.
And whatever that was, Eddie didn't believe he ever had a right to that.
Like to piggyback off of that, that's also something that, like, in retrospect now is tying it a lot to like the current state of affairs, the idea that some people deserve like the extreme punishment, like there's nothing that they could possibly do that could save them, and they just need to die. And like who is it that gets to make that decision? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely evil in our, here we go. There's definitely evil in our world, absolutely. But we have taken evil and made it other. This is not a new thing. We take the idea of other and we have made it evil. And once we make other evil, once we call it evil, then we can do anything we want to it. And that is sort of, I think, the center of many of our problems today. Not today. That's the center. That's the center of the problems. That just because it's other doesn't make it evil. And what's really disgusting. Well, many things are disgusting about that. But the economic impact of being able to take from other anything that we want because they are evil.
It's so funny that like we got back around to like the discussion of morality, because one of the things that you started off this whole rehearsal process with saying, I think it was during our first like, what did you get from this or something like that,
I think you said that like Eddie was in pursuit of the greater good, only he was defining what the greater good is. And I mean, we see that in our society, like with, again, religion, like going after the greater good and labeling everything else as bad. You get to define your own moral system, moral spectrum. There was a different point that I wanted to arrive at, but it is something o'clock and my coffee is leaving my system. Yeah, sometimes our definition of like going after the greater good is, or our reasoning for going after the greater good is so that we can punish.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah, because if something is evil, then we have to be good in pointing it out and watch.
Yeah. I think too, Adam was never good enough for Eddie. I think once he realized that Adam didn't do, you know, the deed of killing Cain, that he had to create something new and create a new story, and in that sense he assumed the role of God at that point. Just deciding who gets to live or die.
Always dangerous.
Always dangerous. And I think that's what led him to his own demise, because he's human. He was never God.
Our producer is giving me the COVID nasal test. Thank you all so much for sharing your